Pod Chef. Pod Chef. You're listening to Pod Chef. When I say pod, y'all say chef. Pod Chef. You listening to Pod Chef. It's a podcast about Top Chef, and that's a broadcast. It's on TV, and you can watch it. They got 21 seasons, that's a lot, kid. But you can skip those. We do recaps about the whole show. Not the food, though, but the other stuff. Yeah. You're now listening to Pod Chef, the only official podcast about the TV show Top Chef, with your hosts, Jamal, Bryan, and Reaves. And I only said their first names because I don't know everyone's last name, and I'm trying to be polite. Now enjoy the show.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Pod Chef, the official Top Chef podcast. I'm your host, Jamal. I'm here every freaking week. You've heard my voice for so many months now. I mean, especially the most recent episodes of this podcast. I've been on so many episodes. My co-host is here, like usual. Say what's up, Reaves.
What's up, babies? Consistency. That's what we're all about.
Yes.
All of us.
Yes. My favorite word that ends in Y. Consistency. Wait, no, take that back. Currency.
Oh man.
Can I do this over?
Currency. Oh, yeah, please.
Yeah, okay. My favorite word that ends in Y, currency. And then Bryan will edit that part because he loves editing. Speaking of editing and Bryan, Bryan he's not here, right?
Let's check. Looking through here in our video.
And we do have video.
Of course we have video going. Yes, we're not just like speaking into a voicemail like audio experience where we don't see each other for the first time we've ever done this, and we're just listening to each other. No, we're not doing that. We are actually watching each other, and I am seeing now that Bryan is not here.
Yeah, I'm also seeing that Bryan's not here, so we can officially say Bryan is not here. That's official now. It's been said. And let's just go through a hypothetical. Let's just say hypothetically we had an issue where the video was sucking up a lot of the bandwidth and wasn't allowing us to record even in the pre-lobby. And we had to turn off the video. This is a hypothetical, obviously.
Complete hypothetical.
And now we're recording and we couldn't see each other. I wonder what that episode might be like.
Yeah, I wonder what that would be.
I wonder if people would be like, can they tell that they can't see each other?
What I mean, like, would they be able to do it without speaking over one another?
Yeah.
And also, would they be able to do it with, we famously have a series of like hand gestures and we write things on we all have whiteboards. We write things.
Well, I have a blackboard, but yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Blackboard, white markers, of course. And the white is always very easily erasable.
That's right.
You heard it here first.
Whereas on the whiteboards, black, it smudges.
As much as some people want to try and get rid of it, it is.
Nope. Once it's on the board, it's there.
And that's a good thing. I'm saying that's good.
Yeah. That's the tone I was getting from you, that it was good.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think anyone else would infer anything else.
No. Why would they? Then that would make them bad. They would have problems. So this is going to be great. Go ahead.
If there was one person who would infer something bad, it would be Reverend Hungary. But he's not here.
He's not here. Famously, he is a black reverend. We all know this.
Southern black reverend.
Yes. And he pops in from time to time. And he has strong opinions on race, and things like that. He came out swinging very early on in our show's history.
Yes, he did. kind of really trying to get some listeners, I think. But we liked him on the show. I will say I'm not a fan of his catchphrase where he like pulls up to like a fast food place, usually a Waffle House, and he's like, "What are y'all doing in here?"
kind of walking in with
Yeah.
his hands kind of tucked
Yeah.
in behind his waist,
Yeah.
kind of peacocking around, just asking like, what is everyone doing here? What are you guys doing here?
I just
And I'm
don't
not gonna
like
do the voice.
Yeah, I don't like how he often uses the word boy too much.
Mm-hmm.
What y'all doing in here, boy?
And he doesn't direct it at anyone specific.
No,
it's
it's
kind of just
everyone.
like
Everyone is a boy.
Yeah.
What y'all doing in here, boy? Y'all boys best head home. This is sunset town. Like, I was like, what does that mean?
I mean, I definitely I can't even figure out what that means.
Yeah. Anyways, maybe we'll have him on the show again because I think we're missing guests.
Mm-hmm.
I miss the guests.
I miss him too. Oh God, I miss him so much.
God, I miss a good guest.
Well,
Let's see here. What did you guys talk about when I wasn't here but was here?
honestly, I can't remember. I can't. I mean, this was like 2 weeks ago.
Now,
However, something that I have been thinking about a lot
okay,
is our partnership with our beloved platform.
yeah,
I mean, one of the best platforms of all time, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Flawless. Peacock.
Peacock.
I think about it a lot because, one, it hosts our show, basically, the show
Yeah.
we have to review.
It's only $4.99 a month.
Mm-hmm. You feel like those ads.
Mm-hmm.
And I do.
I do. I love them. $4.99 a month. Keep them coming.
Come on. I'd love to see Tom Brady. And there, I mean, we were talking about people being in their bag before.
Yep.
They're in their bag right now, I think, because it's Olympic season.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. They're in their bag. They're reaching around. They're clanking rings together.
Mm-hmm. And I think what better time than now for us to help them ride this high of viewers and excitement around their brilliant platform that is flawless and never has issues.
Yep.
Would you like to verify your email? Yes. Okay, sorry, I can't do it. Ask again next
try
time.
Again. Please try again later.
Okay, try it again later. Hey,
Well,
nope,
I want to
not
watch
now.
it now. I'm here now because I have the time now to watch. I'm trying to watch the Olympics. I have time now, so I can't come back later.
Please stop asking me if you're not ready to do anything about it, because you keep asking me every time I come to your house. You ask to verify, and then immediately say, "No, I can't do it.
Actually, I
can't
can't have you watching right now."
So stop asking, please. And I think we can help them ride that high by pitching them some original content.
I'm a fan of this already.
I think it would help.
Yeah. It's like I've been waiting for, when you watch Netflix and it's like, this is a Netflix original. You watch Hulu, it's like, this is a Hulu original. They just take the name. I think for Peacock, they either choose the first 3 letters or the last 4. And if they pick the first 3, they should double up. This is a PeaPea original.
Mm-hmm. It's either got to be PeaPea or just the last 4.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just like big.
Yeah.
Big and then last 4. Big cock. Or maybe we squish those together. It's a PeaPea big cock.
Again, we're supposed to be talking about, the programming, but we're already doing the marketing department's job.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
this could have people walking around being like, "Hey, did you see that new scary movie on Big Cock?"
Did you catch that new big cock?
Oh my God, Reaves, listen to this. I was binging this weekend, that show on PeaPea. It was streaming.
Mm-hmm.
My PeaPea was streaming.
Oh, your PeaPea was streaming. Oh wow. Was it a good stream?
Hey, had no loss of fidelity over here.
Yeah. Felt pretty relieved after you were done.
Hell yeah.
And we're getting into not just like content, but just like functionality, right? And marketing, like you said. And something that I think is like rad as hell that Peacock is doing right now for the Olympics.
Hit him with it.
Is like when you want to watch the highlights, you click in, and then it gives you a little headline of whoever wins whatever competition you're interested in learning about.
I like that because it's like, I don't want to have to watch the whole thing to find out who wins. You know, I didn't want to like relive the moment as if it was the first time for me. I want it told to me, and then I can choose, well, do I want to see such and such win the 100-meter relay?
Yeah.
Do I want to watch this person win by 17 seconds in the free stroke? I don't know. But at least I know who wins.
Yeah, at least I've read it. I've read the headline ahead of time, so I know if I'm invested to sit down and watch 20 minutes of swimming and excitement, or
I know
or
which
not.
lane to watch.
So I think they can take that brilliant concept and map that onto any movie that they have or television show.
Yeah.
So it's like they have like The Usual Suspects. You click in, it says Kaiser Soze is Kevin Spacey. And then you make the decision, okay, do I want to keep watching this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very simple. Like you click in, Jurassic Park 3, what's his name? Dr. Alan Grant.
Yep, Alan Grant.
Is Bill Paxton? No, that's not right, is it?
I think he's the Velociraptor at the end.
Yeah, he's the Velociraptor at the end. Do you want to see this?
Yeah. Okay, well, now I'm pulled in.
Well, yeah. I actually do want to see it now.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know Bill Paxton was in this, so yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's like, hey, what'd you do this weekend? I watched Bill Paxton be a Velociraptor on my big cock.
And then that person's like, oh, fuck. I got to get Peacock. How the hell have I not seen that?
Well, I've been watching Hulu originals and Netflix originals. I got to get on that PeaPea streaming.
Oh. So
I like your idea.
I think it helps, right?
Well, obviously.
It's, it's like you flip, whenever you get a book, you read the last 4 pages first. And then you're like, all right, well, now.
Oh, you stop at the last 4? I get a chapter in. I'm like, okay, I know how this ends. Can't wait for the lead up now. I read the whole last chapter backwards.
Wow. Oh, backwards. Holy shit. Now that is smart.
Yeah.
That is smart as hell.
And let me tell you something. If you think that it's like confusing, it is. But that's where I trick you, because once I get to the beginning of the last chapter, I then read it forwards and I connect those dots that I missed. And then I start the book all over. Because I'm like, I know how this ends. Now I want to see how we get here. And there's nothing more satisfying than starting back at chapter 1. And let's say the book has 25 chapters and you get to chapter 24 and you finish that last little half or a quarter page. And normally you would turn the page over and start the last chapter. Be like, well, I already read it, so I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
Most people got to like finish that last chapter. I started that last chapter.
Yeah. Started the last chapter of War and Peace.
Yeah.
Turns out he was a Velociraptor the whole time.
Freaking knew it. Bill Paxton.
I got another pitch for them.
All right.
So what is really cool that other streaming services are doing?
Asking you if you're still there while you're watching.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you still there? Here's what Peacock can offer you.
Big cock.
Sorry.
PeaPea or Big Cock, yeah.
One of the employees of Peacock can come to your door or text you.
Mm-hmm.
People need their privacy.
Yep.
Are you okay? And doesn't that feel better? It's not are you still watching? It's just, hey, are you okay?
I like that.
Does that feel
nice? Because it's more personal.
Mm-hmm.
Because the other ones are like, are you still watching? Which is like, oh, this is about your bottom line. This is about you. If I get a text saying, are you okay? I'm like, you know what? Thank you. That's a good question to ask someone who's, rewatching you for the 4th time. Am I okay? I don't know. Why do I identify with this Joe guy so much? I don't think I am okay.
I'm watching The Usual Suspects for the 4th time, and I still don't know who is Kaiser Soze, and you supposedly tell me at the beginning of the show. I'm not okay.
Yeah.
And what's the response? Great. Keep watching Big Cock.
Always, no matter what you say.
And please upgrade your account to ads free, even
Yeah.
though you will still have some ads sometimes.
That's a whole different problem that we can't really talk about right now.
Well, I have one last idea for them.
Of course. Good ideas always come in threes.
Concerts.
PeaPea concerts?
PeaPea concerts.
Capital COCK concerts?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
COCK concerts.
Okay. I like this.
Live streaming Peacock
Concerts.
Big Cock concerts. And who's there? Who gives a shit? It's just people. It's like, I don't know, some young kids doing covers, slowed down covers. That's what's in all the stupid trailers anyway. That's what people want to hear.
That's true.
So we do that. The whole concert series of that, and maybe it's not live. It's like they're in like a warehouse or something like that, singing.
And
the
everyone's
slowed down
got
version.
headphones on.
Yes, they're all
So
headphones individually. They're
dead
not
quiet in there otherwise, but it's like everyone's watching the movie together.
Yes. So I think that would help Peacock a lot. Big Cock. We've helped to rebrand them. We did some free consulting. You're welcome. And we'll continue to be great stewards and ambassadors for Peacock as we've been today.
Mm-hmm. And then we'll maybe next time talk about merchandising because I've got a watch idea. It's called Peacock O'Clock.
Yes. TikTok Peacock O'Clock.
So,
how well does it work? Not well. It's broken.
Well. It's broken.
The hands are like the neck of the peacock, and the peacock's neck's always breaking.
But underneath the armband of the watch, it says, "Would you like a new? Would you like a new arm? Oh no! Would you like a new wristband?" And I say yes, and then I go to the store and say, "We don't carry that kind of.
We don't carry it anymore." Did you ever have it? Not really. No.
Why are you asking then?
And they're like, "Are you okay?"
Thank you for asking. I'm not. Have you seen you? All right, that was 17 minutes. Let's move on to a segment we do every week, especially when I'm here, called Chefs I Prepared for You. This is a segment where we talk about what we had for dinner last night and only last night, and we present it as if we're presenting it to the judges on Top Chef. There will be a winner, but there won't be voting because voting's dead. And we've been talking about how voting's dead. And if you're following politics, you're seeing it. All right.
Yep. We are never delayed in anything political.
Nope.
We're always right on. So
we're on the pulse of it, folks. Yep. All right, chefs, I procured for you a salad from Sweet Greens, a kale and spicy broccoli salad from Sweet Green, and half of a warrior shake from South Block.
Okay.
Yeah. I know.
And
here we go.
I gotta know more about this warrior shake.
Here we go.
I've never been to South Block. I am looking it up now.
Yeah.
Tell me what's in this shake.
So first things first, I just want you to know, when you order this shake, the person does come out clanking empty milk bottles and saying, "Warrior shake.
All right.
I made your day." And they put it on the counter. What's in it? There's oats. There's granola. Sorry, not oats. Granola. Oats cousin. Cooler cousin.
Yes.
There was strawberries. There was blueberries. There was whey protein. That's the warrior part. There was acai puree. There was, I think, blackberry as well.
It's in season.
And banana. How did I forget banana? There's so many. I haven't had a banana in so long. And I was like, yo, this thing's full of sugar.
Can't be eating bananas every day.
Yeah.
It's a sugar overload. That sounds delicious.
I want to tell you something. I had this. was eating with a friend. I had this, and then we went to a play, and I was worried because a salad and fruit, fruit has a lot of fiber in it. I was worried that my tum-tum might be dum-dum, and it wasn't. My stomach was fine. The salad also had chicken in it and other things. I think almonds, had a squeeze of a lemon and lime. So yeah, there's other things in the salad.
That
It was good.
sounds
It was filling but light. It was good.
that sounds amazing. I do relate to your fear of having a nice big meal and then going to a theatrical production afterwards. I a month or two ago went to a nice meal with my wife and then went to go see a musical play.
Mm-hmm.
And during a quiet part, my stomach did go really loud.
Try to break out of your stomach like the alien monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To which my wife looked at me and was like, "Are you okay?"
Like, well, it wasn't me. It was my stomach.
And I was like, "I'm fine. It's just I'm not concentrating on the play."
Yeah.
You didn't hear that. No one heard that.
No one heard that. That was part of the play.
It wasn't even me. I think
Yeah.
it was someone else. And
was
also,
on
I don't think it
stage.
happened.
Yeah. If you don't address it, then it didn't happen.
Yeah.
You're making it a thing. I will say it also worked out that my stomach wasn't giving me problems because at this play yesterday, I got called up on stage immediately.
Oh, Jesus.
And I'm just trying to live my life watching a performer. Just because I am one doesn't mean I need to come on stage. But yeah, I got pulled on stage immediately. And then I had to sit, Reaves, I'm not even kidding you. I had to sit on stage the entire show.
Oh, my God. And this was a performance of Equus, right?
Yeah.
That's tough. They really shouldn't be pulling people on stage for that.
So I was all out of sorts.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you're a local celebrity like that. You know, people point you out during a show, even if they're supposed to be in the moment and not really addressing the fourth wall or the audience.
Mm-hmm.
They see you out there, kind of the corner of their eye.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm pulling this guy on the stage. I gotta get these people really engaged. They see him on stage, see Jamal on stage. Now they're watching. Everyone else got their head in their phones.
I think I did hear someone when I stepped on stage say, "Is that Jamal?"
Hell yeah, of course.
Which is like, hey, we're out here in these streets, folks. This podcast is taking off.
It is flying off. We are giving free advice to Peacock, okay? Yeah. We are in a video podcast where we can see each other.
Yeah.
All three of us are here.
Bryan's mic is just not working, that's all.
Yeah, it's okay. Chefs, I prepared for you leftover pasta, penne, period. That's what I had.
All right.
And then I did treat myself at the end.
Nice.
To a waffle.
You deserve it.
With Nutella on it.
All right. That's a very is that French? Waffle and Nutella? I think that's French, isn't it?
I think it does come from a part of France, southern France.
Yeah.
Where they originated that dish. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like southern France leaning towards Belgium and going to Holland, that area. Like you get that on the way out of France that way.
You kind of dip down and go back up. Yeah. Well, you dip down to get the waffle.
Yeah, you get the waffle, then you go back up.
And you go back
chocolate,
up. Yeah,
the Nutella, hazelnut, and then it's like, all right, now Holland's that way.
Yeah.
Just keep walking to Amsterdam.
That's what I did. And to people that are maybe like, hey, you're fucking gross for doing that. I deserve a goddamn treat.
You do.
That's my treat. That's a little treat. Yeah. After I had a lovely meal of reheated pasta, which of course I did spruce up with a little bit of oregano and a little bit of
herbs.
Oh, of course. And some red pepper flakes.
Of course. Hey, this takes me back to when I was eating diced Spam, plain butter spaghetti, and like the frozen bag of $1.99 back then when it was $1.99 bag of frozen broccoli or vegetable medley. That's what I used to eat when I was a broke little boy out of college. So
wow.
And those meals, Reaves, let me tell you something, character building.
Yes. And really what I'm doing here is revisiting things. I'm going retro
Mm-hmm.
to rebuild my character and refind inspiration. So
And
I'm saying, oh, I'm not cooking anything tonight. I can't think of anything. I'm too tired. I'm so
Yeah.
fucking tired.
yeah,
I am going to go in and I'm going to find inspiration. And where do I find inspiration? The past.
the past.
Mm-hmm.
What did I do when I felt like this and I had no money? Waffle Nutella.
Yeah.
Reheating pasta. Ding, ding, ding. That was a dinner then. It's going to have to be dinner now.
You think freaking Taylor Swift is creating genius new records by continuing to live her life constantly
Yeah.
as a rich person? No.
No.
She's freaking going back to wherever it is she's from, which I don't remember.
But
hanging out.
It's proof positive that she is going back in the past. She's dating her high school boyfriend again, the football jockey.
There you go. It's in the song. The football jockey.
She's
He
dating
was a
the
quarterback.
football.
He was very small. He got crushed.
Yeah, you know she's dating a football jockey guy again. You know, she's in the past, man. All this is recycled. There's nothing new.
I can't believe I mean, I understand they wanted him to be a part of the team, and it was kind of like a Rudy situation, but he
Yeah.
really shouldn't have been allowed to ride the other players. And it was
definitely
so
not whip
dangerous.
them. That's for sure.
No, I mean, no. In that
No.
time, anytime, but
Yeah.
it was bad.
God, you could get away with so much in the past.
Mm-hmm.
30 some years ago.
But that's where you find inspiration, because you can't find it now.
Can't find it now. I mean, we're talking about this, but I am like reminiscing of like, man, I would crush a spam and cheese sandwich on a toasted Kaiser roll. You know, I'm like, that used to be me. Like that used to be my lunch. Like spam and cheese on a toasted Kaiser roll, buttered toasted. Oh, send me down to Paradise City where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Oh, won't you please spam me down? Oh yeah. And I can't say that too much because you know who will show up.
Yeah, we don't want to go down that road.
Yeah.
You should do it, because you do it, and then the next minute you're all of a sudden you're banging out jokes left and right.
Yeah.
You're writing a new script. You're killing it.
Crushing it. I'm almost afraid of what I would become if I dip too far into the past. All the inspiration.
Too prolific.
Okay, so I gotta ask though, is this waffle homemade waffle or a frozen one?
Oh, it's a frozen one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Either answer works.
Yeah.
Eggo or homemade works.
I went Eggo. Actually, it's whatever the brand is from Whole Foods.
Yeah, I don't think they're allowed to say Eggo.
Mm-mm. Not over there.
I think they, like in small lettering, they should just call it, you know what this is.
Come on.
Come on, dog.
Let's not kid ourselves here.
Yeah.
We know what we're doing here. All right. We don't
You
need
know
to
what
say
this
it.
is.
You know what it is.
We can't call it an Eggo. We got to call it a frozen waffle, but you know what this is.
Yeah. Like we actually put this together. No.
Yeah.
We went over to Walmart and we pulled this
Yeah.
over here. Changed the box.
This is not even a Whole Food. Speaking of waffles, I do kind of want to buy those Nike Dunks that are waffle. They look like waffles. Anyways, that was a segue. Let's discuss who won here. Brian, do you want to talk about what you had?
Brian, would you like to weigh in here?
Stop gesturing and like jump in. Your mic's still not working? Okay. Well,
all right,
fine. I'm going to say I think the fact that you made such a creative decision at game time too, by the way. This is like, I didn't know how I did that 360 reverse layup. It was just in me. And then you finished it with a waffle Nutella flourish. I got to go with you.
I appreciate it. And I know part of the rules are we aren't supposed to select ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
That's bad form.
Yep.
But rules are meant to be broken.
Yeah.
And I think I want to really make it clear that I'm proud of myself for eating that waffle with Nutella on it.
Yeah.
Afterwards and treating myself.
Yeah.
Because you know what's happening? We were watching Peacock and it wasn't checking in on me. So I have to check in on myself.
Yeah.
With a waffle.
All right. I think that works. You won.
Thank you.
And this also leads me to ask, what was that other Nutella thing you were eating? That banana hot dog with did it have Nutella on it as well? What was that bad boy? What do you call that?
A feeding Fallon.
I'm not fast enough on the button.
Pawn shop.
All right, we're back. Season 8, episode 9, Feeding Fallon. Reaves, you want to take us through this episode?
Let's do it, baby. Top Chef Season 8, Episode 9. We're feeding Fallon.
Fallon.
So we open on the Top Chef bar. Of course, that's where they all go back to the watering hole.
Arguing.
Mm-hmm. They're pissed. They're congratulating Antonia, I guess, but the truth is, Fabio is like, you got to walk me through this mussel dish.
Yeah.
It does not sound Italian to me. It sounds French.
Because I didn't see the last episode, but she put something on there, dill or something that is not done in Italy, so it's not Italian anymore. It's French.
It's the fennel.
Fennel.
Mussels with fennel. Fabio says
that's French.
This is not Italian. This is French.
Yeah.
He mumbles something in Italian and then kind of like nudges Mike, Isabella, and Angelo, and they kind of like both kind of like laugh.
Yeah.
I don't think they knew what he said.
Yeah. I think they both just said grazie.
Grazie. Yeah, Antonio's like, I don't care. Fuck you guys. So the chefs arrive at the Top Chef kitchen for their quick fire. And what do they have waiting for them? Fondue pots. Have you had a fondue before? You a fondue man?
I have not.
I have had a fondue. It's nothing special.
Oh, I could tell from this. But I have not had a fondue pot for sure. I don't think I have.
I don't know if they exist anymore, but I feel like in the late 2000s, basically when this happened, there was kind of like a comeback of like there was like some stores that opened that did fondue where they were like trying to make it a comeback. But it's like, there's nothing special about fondue. The chefs are introduced to their guest judge. Pavin says, welcome, let me introduce you to the guest judge. And everyone's looking everywhere. They're like, where is it? Padma's like, it's you. You're the judge. The dumb smile. It's very disappointing. I'm guessing like whoever they tried to book bailed.
Yeah, obviously.
Giuliani or someone. Yeah.
Rudy Giuliani.
Yeah. Rudy. And so important note here, from this point forward, the winners of the quickfire no longer receive immunity from the elimination challenge.
Waste of time. We're in the waste of time segment.
Yeah, we're in the point in time where it's why
are we
you
doing
do this?
then?
You should not try during this part anymore. So the challenge here is the chefs have to create a fondue dish, and they are judged by who else? Their fellow contestants.
Yeah. You know what? This is making me realize, I hope in the new season 22 in Canada, they come out and they go, you know what? We might eliminate you in a quickfire for having the worst dish.
I think, I like that idea. I think they could do it one episode, and especially
just
early
to scare
on.
them. Just to scare them.
Yeah. Tom can come in, kick open the door, say, hey, the shit you're sending me to Last Chance Kitchen is garbage. I'm eliminating you guys now.
I don't want any other weak sauce coming to Last Chance Kitchen. If you get eliminated in a quick fire, you're not coming to Last Chance Kitchen. That's for elimination losses.
Yeah.
Make it like they find someone to fire, and then like they just set an example. Take his head off and put it on a spike and leave it in the kitchen.
Yeah.
They gotta see it every week. Yeah.
And you remember, and then they're like, wasn't that person supposed to go to Last Chance Kitchen? I was like, I forgot. I
got excited.
The next one, you go.
Yeah, but the next one,
chop your head off.
Yeah.
So they start the challenge. Chefs get running. Mike Isabella says something very offensive about fondue parties. I'm kind of glad they leave these kinds of comments in.
Uh-huh.
I don't like it when they cut stuff like that out because it's like it removes it. Like we should just keep it in, and then you do a blurb at the beginning that says Mike Isabella's an asshole.
Yeah. They also kept. Oh yeah, it should be a blurb like in that what was that dating show? Blind Date? What was it called? Blind Date, where they did all those sarcastic word bubbles.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
That's what this show should have.
Oh yeah,
A bunch of that.
all over Mike Isabella, and it's just about things he's been accused of.
Yeah, it's all updates.
Yeah.
If you think he sucks here,
Mike Isabella's restaurant was closed in 2016 after accusations came out about him.
And then like he says some sexist thing in the show right after that air bubbles up, and it's like, see, the sign's right here.
Yeah. Every time he's.
But they leave in some of the things that people say. They left in stuff that Blaze said.
Yeah.
Do we want to play Blaze's clip?
Yeah, let's jump right to it. Blaze, that part of this is, like I said, the contestants are judging each other, and each chef, of course, does a little intro about their dish. So let's hear from Blaze.
Made was a little bit of amaretto, chocolate, Ras El Hanout, chili ice cream. This is liquid nitrogen, so it's very, very, very cold.
My tongue just got stuck. You know how it does with a popsicle?
But it's good. Eating should be somewhat dangerous sometimes.
Completely agree. That's why I always bring a gun to the dinner table.
Okay, and I was going to say that's why I always pack a knife underneath my knife.
That's why I always put razor blades in the paella I make.
Yeah. That's why I always have like a little packet of poison to put it in the tea.
That's why when I pour you a glass of water, there's usually a landmine in there.
Yeah. Oh, you're pulling on my chair? Watch out for the claymore.
So completely agree with Blaze. Eating should be dangerous. Blaze is being, I feel like, funny during.
He's also a little chippy this whole episode.
He is. I think I mentioned in one of the earlier episodes we did, but I made fun of him in his season, but I have turned a corner on Blaze. He is a little endearing. As cheesy as he is, I think he is genuine.
Yeah.
Like there's a point where he's trying Carla's dish, and he's like, "Oh man, this beef is so tender. What is it?" And she's like, "It's a tenderloin." It's like, "Oh, okay, cool."
I do think that Blaze is recording these after already winning.
Oh yeah, all his like.
I think his
heads.
attitude is that of like, well, yeah, I had to do this shit because it's like, okay, I don't think you're recording this as this happened like the week after. You're recording this after winning.
Yeah, because he seems very confident.
Yeah, too confident.
Yeah, especially for him and how he his normal demeanor. There's a fun point where Dale does a pho dish basically.
Yeah.
Smart. They cut to Blaze is eating the pho, but he like didn't let the meat cool.
Yeah.
So he's like burning his mouth. He's going like, ow, oh my tongue.
Looked just like me when I went to LA and I asked for a skillet apple pie, and I don't know why, because I didn't see any smoke coming off it. I thought it was cold. Mistake. Bit into it, immediately burned my mouth to hell.
That sucks.
You know what the worst part is about eating a very hot apple pie is that it's got that apple pie filling, right? And apple just sticks to everything in your mouth. So this is just like lava burning like the roof of my mouth, my tongue. Like I was just like, this is unbearable.
So it's like afterwards, you just look through all your reservations for the next week. You're like, I might as well just cancel these.
Yeah, because I can't taste anything.
I'm not tasting it. They're gone.
Yeah. Woman I was with was like, how come we're not fooling around? I'm like, I can't do anything. Leave me alone.
So on the bottom here, we got Fabio, Tiffany, Mike. Dale laughs about Mike's dish. He's like, "That's garbage. I don't care for the spice."
Yeah.
Mike Isabella says another problematic thing. On the top, we have Dale, Antonia, and Angelo. And who wins but our friend Dale with this pho beef? Dale's doing well in these quick fires. It's nice.
Yeah. Bread, charred ginger, lime, sriracha, and broth.
All the good stuff. I think I might have mentioned it on the pod. Hopefully I did. I went through a phase in the winterish time where I was making my own pho. It is fun, and you can do it. If you get the right stuff, you can do it in like 40-ish, 30, 40 minutes.
I don't remember you telling this.
Oh yeah, maybe I should have talked about it. But yeah, I made my own pho. I went through like a month or two where for lunch, a little treat for myself, I would make pho for me and my mom. Yeah, it was dope as hell. Pama says, "Great job! I got a special treat for you. Go ahead and head to Rockefeller Center."
Mm-hmm.
And where do they end up?
30 Rock.
30 fucking Rock, at the best set for the best late night show by the king of late night,
the most charismatic host of late night,
Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon. Of the Fallon crime family, huh?
Thoughts on Jimmy Fallon?
I just think he ruined so many sketches for me.
I think you know what? I think he is very funny. This is my Tarantino. I think he's very funny. But I think he ruins too many sketches. Okay? Yeah. Too many sketches. Okay?
Can I do my Tarantino now?
Yes, please.
That's how they talked back then.
Okay, and let me ask you something. Okay. Can you imagine a world where they didn't say that?
It would be inauthentic.
It wouldn't. I talked to him. I talked to Samuel L. Jackson's a friend of mine. Okay. Yeah. I talked to him. He said he was okay with it.
Yeah.
I told him what words to say.
There's no such thing as saying it too much in one movie.
My feelings on Jimmy Fallon, I don't really have any opinion on him.
I don't have an opinion on him at all.
Yeah, there's not really. What is there? It's like, do you have an opinion on vanilla ice cream?
It's like someone invites me to a party in college, and they're like, the host is like super excited that people are there and like super forgettable. That's Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, and the thing is, there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I think I went through a phase where I was like, fuck hosts like that, blah 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 blah, and I'm like, it doesn't. There's nothing wrong. That's what people want. They want a nice face who's nice and happy.
Yep,
that's fine.
And they want people to not like remember it too long that it disturbs them, so they come back.
So Jimmy makes them participate in one of his deranged shows, the cell phone shootout. So, and this is how they're going to learn about their elimination challenge. So the game here, the chefs walk up to a screen that quickly cycles through a bunch of food, and the chefs hold up their phones and take a picture, and whatever they capture is what they have to use. Like, that's the dish they have to make. And so the challenge is you do that, you select a dish, and these are all of Jimmy's favorite dishes because they're going to make a dish for him at Tom's restaurant for Jimmy's birthday.
Colicchio and Sons, which, by the way, Tom doesn't have any kids.
No, his food is his kids.
It should be called Colicchio and Sons, SUNS.
Big mistake.
His favorite basketball team.
I love Phoenix Suns. Katie Trey was brilliant. I'm so glad they did it. So real quick, what the chefs got here. Antonio got beef tongue. Fabio got a hamburger. We'll talk about this. Blaze got ramen. Dale got Philly cheesecake. Mike got sausage and pepper sandwich. Angelo got pulled pork. Carla got a chicken pot pie. And Tiffany got chicken dumplings.
Now, listeners will have heard you say Philly cheesecake, which that should be a thing. But it's Philly cheese steak. And all you listeners out there who are trying to point that out, just stop it. Stay focused.
And you know what? I will point you to my notes that do say Philly cheesesteak. So if you got a problem with how I talk or what I say, take it up with my notes, okay?
Yeah. Or go buy yourself a nice slice of Philly cheesecake between two buns.
Oh gosh.
Angel food cake between two buns. Strips of steak and peppers on top of that.
I could go for some of that right now. That sounds delicious.
Heck yeah.
So Fabio keeps saying booger instead of burger.
Yeah. Does he understand? I know that there's a language barrier, but does he understand that he's got to hit that UR? You gotta get that burr in there.
Burger.
Because right now it's just 2 O's, and that's a different food.
Do you think he's trying to be funny by saying booger? I feel like this is something that like he maybe said it incorrectly once, and
And
then
gotta
Mike
laugh
Isabella
somewhere.
was like, "You gotta keep saying that's so funny. You gotta keep saying it that way. Oh my god!" And so then he was like,
The bubble pops up. Mike Isabella.
Mike Isabella went bankrupt in 2019.
That was a booger account.
It's a booger.
Possibly. He said it funny once, and now that's how he says booger. It's like how I say Guatemala.
Yeah.
Like I can't say it normally.
Yeah, you can't say it normally. Also, Jimmy Fallon can't say dumplings. He says chicken dumps.
Yeah.
Which is I hope it was dumplings.
I think he was trying to get that trending.
Yeah.
I think he was like, people are going to start saying chicken dumps now.
Chicken dumps. He's like,
I said it.
Can't wait for my birthday and get some chicken dumps, get some boogers. Oh, man. Gross.
I mean, even though all my favorite foods are the same as like a 7-year-old's, but yeah.
So the chefs then head to, oh yeah, by the way, Carla was very excited. She was super hyped up. It's just notable, I guess. They head to Whole Foods. Nothing really interesting happens there. Again, we are in a period of time where that part is not what the show is focused on.
Yep.
And then they head back to the apartment. And Antonia pulls open their freezer. And what's it full of? A bunch of buttoni raviolis.
Buttoni ravioli.
And everyone is so excited about this. Blaze points out, he's like, my favorite ones are the ones with the mushrooms. Oh, I like that one. Oh, I love that one.
He's like, okay, commercial.
Yeah. It's great. So the next day they head to Tom's restaurant to cook. And they're all kind of running around. Everyone's having issues. Something to note here, Blaze, again, talking about how Blaze, I feel like is, genuine guy, is helping Antonia because she's cooking this beef tongue, but it normally takes like 7 hours. And he's like, oh, you can just use a pressure cooker. You just pop it in and it'll do it. Mike Isabella's like, oh, shouldn't be able to do that. That's not fair. Yeah. Don't help people. I don't like that. Don't help
like that.
Again, Carla was excited about getting a pot pie, but she only has 2 hours to make it, which she isn't sure is enough time.
But she was super excited.
She was ecstatic about getting it. She mentions it that she was having dreams about chicken pot pie and talking about chicken pot pie to everyone, and then she got it. She manifested it, and then it came.
Can I bare my soul for a second here?
Please.
So Carla Hall, my wife,
mm-hmm.
She was at the Kennedy Center this past week for the Ultimate Improv Show. She was a guest monologist, did a fantastic job. But we watched this episode as I was preparing for the recording. And I remember when she got super excited about chicken pot pie. I pressed pause and I looked at her and I said, you used to get excited about me like that. What happened? And we just sat in silence for a good 10 minutes. And then she got a phone call for another gig.
Another improv show.
Yeah, and I just pressed play. And went back to watching the episode.
Like, can I at least come? Can they at least use local talent for some of these shows? No.
So
we need Dan Black.
Yeah. I just wanted to bring that up because we had a moment and I said, you used to get excited for me like this.
I'm sorry.
What happened to us? And she just did the thing where she took her index finger and pushed her glasses closer to her nose and said nothing to me. And I was like, all right, fine.
That's the ultimate move. Looking at you, pushing up your sunglasses could be even rougher because then it's like you can't even see into the person's eyes.
Yeah. Well, she put them on after I asked that question. She took off her normal glasses, put on her sunshades, and then pushed them up. And I was like, okay.
I mean, people know this. I am an expert in body language.
Yeah.
In reading what women are thinking.
That's why you're married.
And what I can tell you from what you just explained to me, that she was trying to indicate to you is she's gone Hollywood. Okay.
I thought so.
She's big time. Okay.
Because I did say, yeah, answer your Hollywood phone. And then she was like, hoo-doo. And she answered the phone. And I was like, I'm stuck in this marriage.
Yes, the paychecks keep coming in, and they are nice.
But where's our happiness?
But where's the happiness?
So I'm sorry. I just had to get that off my my chest for a second there.
I appreciate you being vulnerable. That's what this podcast should be about.
Yeah.
Fabio is making his boogers with chuck and short ribs.
No
and
fat.
He's also making a cheese sauce. Yeah, no fat.
Literally no fat in this burger at all.
And this is just like watching a car crash. Like, you
Yeah.
know, this is a huge mistake.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this? Why are you making us do this? Why are you making us see this? And, you know, when he brings it out and Jimmy eats it, he does not like it.
Yeah.
I do like it.
Thanks for the meatloaf.
Yeah, that was a good meatloaf, but it wasn't a booger.
Yeah. How do you mess up a booger? I can't believe he said I've never made a booger before. I'm like, come on, dude. People who aren't even chefs make burgers.
I enjoy. Listen, I'll always support someone taking a swing, and I think he probably knew how to do it. He could have talked to people and he could figure it out. But I think he was like, I'm going to try something else. I'm going to swing. You don't swing. If they're going to pick anything, don't pick a booger to swing for the fences for. All right, just make a good booger.
Yeah, just make a good booger.
And then put the cheese on there. Don't make cheese sauce on the side.
What the fuck is this cheese? Dude, just go get some thick cheddar, smoke it maybe, something. Like, why are you making a cheese? Oh my God, it's all the French stuff.
It did give us the lovely line where Jimmy was trying to figure it out. And he was like, do you put the cheese sauce on the burger? And Pamela says, yeah, if you want it to be a cheeseburger.
Yeah. That's how that works, Jimmy. If you put cheese on the burger, it's a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
But if you don't, you just want a burger, then leave it alone.
Okay, thank you, Pat.
Which there are a few times in my life where I've actually ordered a burger, not a cheeseburger. And yeah, if you don't have a juicy patty, it makes a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm notoriously a dry boy.
Yep.
Everyone knows this about me. But even I was like, give me that lettuce, give me that tomato, give me the onions and pickles on the burger. I want that. I need that juice.
Yeah. So it's very clear here that Fabio has fumbled. Other things of note, the ramen and the dumpling dishes are fine. Nothing really too important there. The Philly cheesesteak had too much salt and of course it's not that cheesecake, it's a cheesesteak.
Yeah.
It's the one that Dale did. Too much salt.
Dale.
Yeah, come on, Dale. He's only focusing on the quick fires right now.
Yeah.
And they love the pot pie.
Yeah. And they also loved her trick of putting some dough at the bottom too.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. Jimmy Fallon points that out at judge's table. He's like, you put the bottom of the pie. He's like, that's the best part. And she's like, yeah, that's the best part. Have you had a pot pie that didn't have the bottom part?
I have before at a restaurant that thought it was snazzy by just putting a top on it. And the bottom was literally the ceramic little thing that they served it in. And I was like kind of disappointed.
Yeah, because you shattered your teeth eating it.
You know what the worst part is? This was in the UK that I experienced this.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But can I bare my soul for a second?
Please do. This is the place to do it.
So at judge's table, when Jimmy Fallon said, and I got to the bottom, and there's that extra piece of dough down there. It was the best part. And she got so excited, I paused the video. I said, you used to make me chicken pot pie, put the dough at the bottom. What happened to that? And I looked to my right, and she was still on her phone call. So I couldn't have a conversation with her about it. I didn't realize she wasn't in the room with me. So I pressed play, and I continued going.
And I mean, I hate to have to interpret this to you. I hate it.
Uh-huh.
But it's my duty because of my power.
Yeah.
What she was
Co-host.
saying by just reading her phone is Hollywood is calling.
Knew it.
I have to pick up and look at it and hear it.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to share my story.
I appreciate you being vulnerable. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Steve Higgins, Jimmy's friend, brought a prop extendable fork.
Hey, Steve, you got invited to a pretty cool dinner. How about you stop embarrassing me?
Stick to writing, okay?
Stick to writing, Steve.
Stick to consulting on SNL.
Oh, I'm going to be the funny guy at the table. We don't need that right now.
We
Right?
don't need it. This is all serious.
Everyone's here for me.
Angelo, of course, is making his pulled pork thing sandwich. And he's like very meticulously putting them together. And like Mike Isabella is like stomping around like a bull in a china shop. And Angelo's like, don't knock it over, don't knock it over, don't knock it over. You're knocking it over.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of lame jokes about pulled pork. They bring out a cake, very nice. So let's go to judges table. On top, we got Carla, Angelo, and Antonio.
My wife.
There's always a shot of Blaze looking sleepy or disinterested or supposedly upset every time he's not on top.
Yeah.
I don't think he really cares too much at this point. I think he's
Well, he
happy
did
to
a
be
big
there.
sigh.
Yeah. Okay, I guess it's not me. Oh, well. Shucks.
There's no way they're sending me home, though.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're not
Blaze.
spending my ass home. I run this show. So we can listen to this. There's a nice little song that the three of them get to sing for the judges.
Okay. Beep time, beep time, beep time, beep time, beep time, beep time, beep time.
Gotta make the beep time, gotta make the beep time, gotta make the beep time. This is the Top Chef first, everybody.
Is that cultural appropriation?
I think we might get that part cut out because of Spotify, if we're still
Yeah.
on Spotify.
Yeah. I think so.
So the winner here, of course, is Carla with her pot pie.
Yep. And she got super excited again because she won another trip.
Yeah, another trip. And she's going to be on Jimmy's show, which, I mean, if there's anyone here that you want to be on your show, it's her.
It's her. She was the only one ready for TV.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
Everyone else was too concerned with looking cool. That's not what showbiz is, by the way. It's not about looking cool. It's about throwing your shame and pride to the wayside and just doing whatever needs to be done.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that. It's about the art.
Yeah, it's about the art. It's not about you. It's about the art. Whatever the art demands, whatever it needs, do it. Like last night, the artist needed me to come on stage and sit there the entire time. I did it.
Yeah.
I didn't question it.
You didn't question it. You did it.
I did it.
When that actor needed to stab those horses' eyes, you said, "Let me, sir.
I don't want you getting your hands dirty."
Also, please put your pants on.
Yeah. When is King Lear arriving?
So on the bottom, we got Tiffany, Fabio, and Dale. Tiffany's dumplings were rolled too thin. Fabio's was the worst. They hated the cheddar sauce.
Yeah, it's the worst burger ever.
And then Jimmy tells Dale about there's too much salt. He said, Jimmy's like, I had to drink a keg of beer because of all the salt, which is a weird thing for someone like him to say. Yeah.
But it's also like, this is part of the time when he had a very big drinking problem.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's always on the mind.
He mentions drinks a lot, actually, which is kind of sad. Like, it's like, hey, I feel bad, giving you guys these criticisms.
Yeah.
It's like, let's all go out, have some drinks later. Just
get fucking hammered.
He's like, let's drink right now. I want to drink. And everyone's like, okay, we're not. He's like, I brought some drinks. Let's all drink.
I did enjoy. We didn't talk about this because I didn't get a clip of it, but I should have. It was Tom's joke of the week when they're like, "Tom, what do you think about Sunday?" I'm eating.
Oh yeah.
It was the pot pie. What
The
do you
pot
think about
pie.
Carla's pot pie? I'm still eating.
I'm eating.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Hold the phone. I'm eating a pot pie.
Huge laugh.
Yeah,
at the
everyone
table.
loved it.
Huge
People were
pop.
loving it. And there were a lot of pops for that table.
Yeah.
So in the end, our friend Fabio is eliminated.
So here's something before I play his elimination. I'm just now realizing this episode's called Feeding Fallon and Fabio's eliminated. A lot of F's. All right, I'll play it.
Fabio, please pack your knives and go.
Happy as you could possibly be.
I don't feel
good to be home right now. I wish I would stick around a little bit longer.
What is this version of the goodbye music?
I love you, man. Don't cry. Don't cry. I'm laughing. I love Jimmy
Did they
Fallon.
do
But the
like
fact that
a
he came on my show and sent me home, that's
Italian
not good,
version
Jimmy.
of this?
Thank you for letting me use your kitchen.
Hey,
More else
Italian
also.
did it.
Pleasure time.
Thank you, guys. Jimmy, I will cook a burger for you one day in the future, and you will go on your knee and beg for forgiveness because you sent me home today.
Okay, that was a real threat.
You will bend the knee for me,
Yeah.
or I will chop your head off.
Yeah, that was it. That was Game of Thrones before it happened.
Yeah.
It was, who are you sworn to? Me or the Juicy Burger State?
And if you heard some kind of what sounded like slapping of skin, it is because Fabio is kissing all the ladies and
Yes.
slapping the men on the cheek.
Yes. So that's how he does it. And you can't say anything because he's European.
No, that's supposedly, even though
One of the reasons why I want to be European.
Oh yeah, so you can slap people all the time.
Yeah.
Finally, I'm constantly thinking about slapping guys. and I'm not
Honestly, I'm
allowed
like, man, if I was European, I could just give you the double slap on the cheek right now.
to. Yeah. So that's it. That's the episode. We're getting
Where are they
down to
now?
it.
Where are they now?
Oh, you guys have to listen to other episodes.
Okay, right. We'll listen to the next episode, find out where they're at now for Fabio. Brian's mic is still not working, I guess. Okay, so that's weird because we're at the end now, Brian. So don't try and click in now because we're at the end. Reaves, anything else?
No, just keep listening, babies.
All right. Then that's it for us. Season 8, Episode 9, Feeding Fallon. See you again next week. Until then, we're going to pack our knives and go.
This is fun. This is great, guys. You guys got something here. This is fun.